The education of a child is by far the most important aspect of their lives. It will determine who they are later on as human beings and intellectuals. As an educator, I believe that music should be taught in order to engage, nurture, and develop the intellect of a child. Why music education? Music education has been incorporated into the education system since the time of the Greeks because they felt that it would make individuals well-rounded. My philosophy as a music educator is to pave the way and open the gateway for creative freedom in every child. As the quote goes, children have to be educated, but they have also to be left to educate themselves. And this quote I strongly stand by. I feel that a child needs to explore music, not just learn within a structure given to them. There are many topics that we as music educators are faced with. For starters, social identity. In the music classrooms, there is a lot of groupings of people, and as an educator, I would like to change that. I feel that there is not enough teacher interaction with students, and that is why separation among students occur. So what would I do about it? I would follow this statement by Ryan M. Huriga. By teaching children appropriate social skills, providing them with willing and acceptance peers to use these skills with, and creating opportunities for children to practice these skills, teachers can improve all children's social behaviors. I would have more activities to bring them together. Maybe have students that would not normally speak to one another come together as a group and perform a quintet, quartet. It is our job as music educators to instill an environment where all students are equal. This goes into my next topic. Gender issues. In many societies, women are still being looked down upon, even though they can do just as good a job as any man can. And this is the idea that I want to instill on my students. You do not have to be a female student to play the flute, nor do you have to be a male student to play the tuba. I don't want my students to look at instruments and categorize them into what sex should play which instrument. Marie McCarthy makes a great point in her article. She states that identifying women musicians and adding the contribution to the mainstream curriculum is still not being seen, and she does not understand why women's contributions have not been recognized and transmitted in the process of innovation. As an educator, I want to break these barriers by giving equal opportunity to both sexes while assigning instruments. Another topic seen is multiculturalism. There is not enough of it in our music education curriculum. I feel that students are not given the opportunity to explore other cultures as much as they should. I feel that a student that knows a lot about different cultures is a well-versed individual. A guide that Sarah J. Bartolome says will improve an educator teaching of multiculturalism is that it begins with you. Listen to music at home. Seek out cultural communities in your area. Meet and talk to musicians. Consider arranging world music example. Allow children to listen, move, play, and sing. Watch, see, touch, and make connections. Consider bringing a cultural barrier into your classroom. As an educator, I want to put more emphasis on multiculturalism because it will broaden the perspective of a child. One factor that will greatly help music educators is the use of technology. Gabriel D. Ophiuch states, through the use of technology, the music educator instills in students the need for constant improvements, refinement, and discrimination. I feel that technology would greatly help in the music classrooms because we can simply pull out videos, songs, pictures, and relate them all to the subject that we are covering in our classroom. Technology can be a great source of information in our classrooms. Students will be able to know right from the beginning what it is that you're looking for, what the piece is supposed to sound like, and what it's supposed to look like as well. With all the changes occurring, we are also faced with popular music and the need for it in our curriculums. As Robert H. Woody states, for it to be authentic, we must teach popular music in a way that is true to the processes of vernacular music making. I feel that popular music would greatly contribute to our music classrooms, and I stand by it. Popular music can teach students how to be creative and how to make a piece that's familiar to them their own. In addition, I feel that popular music can bring in more people into the concerts. I feel that parents will greatly appreciate the music that they listen to if they are able to understand it. Not everybody understands Mozart and Beethoven, but a lot of people can recognize who Beyonce is and other singers of our time. Popular music should definitely be incorporated into our curriculum. As an educator, I will incorporate popular music and make it part of the curriculum in a manner that the student will have to create their own version of the song. My last and final concept as a music educator is classroom management. Classroom management is very important and significant to our programs. It is essential to me because it will determine the success or failure of my music program. As an educator, I feel that we must have a structure settled so that our students have something to follow. It is not about punishment or rewards. It is about how we manage our class and what occurs in there. My students will be rewarded in ways that will benefit them musically, and punishment will not occur in my class, only reasoning and trying to understand the student. The choices and philosophy that we as music educators follow is very important because it will affect the lives of many students. I plan to keep an open mind and learn as my career as a music educator grows. One thing that will never change is my concept of supporting, encouraging, and nurturing the art of music.